Hey, fellow problem solvers, Colfax Math here. Today we're working on the math knowledge portion of the ASVAB military placement exam. It is from this book, Blue Collar Calculus, that I wrote. It's available on Amazon. If you have the book, great. Go ahead and open it up to this practice exam. Time yourself 15 minutes for this 10 problem practice test. No calculator allowed. Make sure you stay within that time constraint. If you don't have that book, that's great too. Just have a notebook and pencil out in front of you. Pause the video, do the problem before I do it with no calculator, and you still want to time yourself about 70, 80 seconds per problem. There's always a tip or trick to every one of these problems, and that's what they're kind of testing you on. On the ASVAB, there are two math portions. The first one is the arithmetic reasoning portion of the ASVAB math test. And that's really more about practical problem solving. Those are usually going to be word problems. The next section is the math knowledge, and that is kind of more your traditional math knowledge from high school that you might remember. And if not, if you don't remember any of that math knowledge, go through this 10 chapter book with the 10 videos. You probably do that in about 10 hours, about an hour per chapter, watching the video, doing the problems alongside of it. So with all that said, let's go ahead and jump right in, remembering to pause the video, do the problem without a calculator in about a minute. Okay, pause it now and then unpause, watch how I do it. What is the value of x in this equation right here? Well, the goal here is to isolate my variable x. First thing I'm going to do is subtract 6 from both sides, giving me 4x is equal to 25. Next, I'm going to divide both sides by 4, getting rid of the 4 attached to the x, giving me x by itself. And then I get my answer, 25, 4. So I look over here. It's not over there, but 4 goes into 25 6 times. There's only one answer there with a 6 starting. It has to be answer C. If you're curious to know how you do that, 4 goes into 25 6 times, 24. 1 comes down, you have a remainder of 1, so it is 6 1/4, or the decimal equivalent, 6.25. Right, number 2 here. Again, about a minute per problem. Go ahead and pause the video, do the next 3 problems, 2, 3, and 4. Unpause the video, watch how I solve them. Remembering to mark up the test as you go through it, creating a picture if possible. If a car travels at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour, how far will it travel in 2.25 hours? I recognize 0.25 as a quarter. So I know in 60 times 2 hours will be 120 miles. And then now a quarter of an hour, I'm going to find a quarter of that. Well, half of 60 is 30, half of 30 is 15. So in the 2 hours, 120, in the quarter hour, 15. So the correct answer is 135, answer C right there. Number 3, this is an expression. There is no equal sign, so all I can do is simplify it. First thing I want to do is my parentheses. So I have 3 times 5 plus 2, which is 7, minus 10 divided by 2. This whole problem is all about order of operations, remembering that I use PEMDAS, parentheses first, then exponents. Multiplication, division from left to right, they have equal weight. Addition, subtraction, equal weight from left to right. So I'm going to go 3 times 7, 21. I am not doing my addition and subtraction yet. Minus 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 21 minus 5 is 16. Correct answer, answer C right there. That's a tough one. That's a tricky one. If you don't remember that trick and you just do your order of operations incorrectly, it'll give you the wrong answer. Okay, what is the area of a square with a side of 7 feet? Area is base times height, so it is going to be 49 feet times feet, or 49 square feet, answer D right there. A little bit of vocab, you need to know square has equal sides, and you need to know equation for area. Moving right along, let's go ahead and do these 3 problems right here with the video pause, unpause, watch how I do it. A shirt is on sale for 25% off the original price of $48. If the sales tax is 6%, what is the final price of the shirt? So there's 2 problems here. Let's go ahead and figure out the first problem. 25% off of 48, that's a quarter again. So I know it's a quarter, so I'm going to cut that thing in half, cut that in half. Half of 48 is 24. Half of 24 is 12. So 48 minus that 12, minus that 25%, gives me 36. The sales tax is 6%. So now I have to do that 36 times 0.06. I convert that to a decimal. Before I look at it, I just look over here. 10% is $3, so like 39. So it can't be 36, and those are way too high. If I had to guess, or I could actually just figure out it's answer D before I do the multiplication. But let's do this. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18, plus that 3 is 21. And then I have to go over 1, 2. So I go over 1, 2, and I pay $2.16 in tax, or the 38.16 right there. If I have the time, I want to multiply it out. But if I'm getting close to that minute, I could just look at my multiple choice answers and kind of work out which one it has to be. Number 6, 3x minus 10, 3x minus 5 equals 10. What is the value of this? Again, another 2-step problem. So what I have to do first is I have to solve this. So I have 3x minus 5 equals 10. I'm going to add 5 to both sides to get 3x equals 15. Divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 3 to get x is equal to 5. I have a value for x. I kind of want to feel like I'm done, but I'm not. I have to take that value of x and then plug it in here. 2 times x, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17. Correct answer, answer D right there. Okay, number 7, a shirt is on sale for 22% off its original price of $40. What is the sale price of the shirt? Well, this is going to, you could tell that one's not going to have anything to do with it. If you have to guess, you got a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. There is no points taken away for guessing or incorrect answers, so you always want to guess. If you can eliminate one answer, now you got a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. So if you can eliminate 2 answers, that means every 2 problems that you guess on, you're probably going to get 1 right. So always take a look at your answers before you solve the whole thing. Let's go ahead and figure this one out. A shirt is on sale for 22% off. What is the sale price? Well, there's a couple ways I could do this. I could just figure out the discount, convert that to a decimal, and go 40 times 0.22. That's going to give me 0.8, placeholder 0.8. And I can see it's going to be 880 off, right? Decimals over 2. So I have 880 off. So the $40 minus the 880 is going to give me $31.20. Correct answer, answer C right there. All right, moving right along to the next or the last 3 problems here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, share this video with anybody you might know who's trying to get into the military. Really, studying for this ASVAB is essential. Kind of what you're going to do in the military is going to be dependent on the score. Never mind the fact that you need a minimum score just to get in. So putting the time in early is a great idea. Okay, number 8, solve for y in the equation. Y over 3 plus 5 equals 9. First thing I'm going to do here is subtract 5 from both sides. Remember, I can do whatever I want as long as I do it to both sides of the equation. That's going to give me y over 3 is equal to 9 minus 5 or 4. 5 minus 5, those things cancel. I am dividing, the reverse operation, division, multiplication. So I multiply both sides by 3. Again, these cancel, giving me y by itself. Y is equal to 4 times 3 or 12. Correct answer, answer C. If you don't know, if you're getting all of these wrong, you don't know what I'm talking about, again, go back to that book, Blue Collar Calculus, or at least go back to those videos with paper and pencil out. Work your way through them. I kind of explain the basics you need to get these problems right. Number 9, I have an expression and a value for A and a value for B. I take those values and plug them in, and I remember my order of operations. 2, that's that 2. A is 5. I have to do my exponents first. 5 squared is 25 minus 3 times B. 2 times 25 is 50 minus 9 or 41. Correct answer, answer C right there. A recipe calls for a ratio of 5 parts flour to 2 parts sugar. If you use 6 cups sugar, how many cups of flour do you need? Well, to go from 2 to 6, I multiply by 3. Therefore, I also multiply by 3 to get 15 flour. Correct answer, answer D right there. You can see once you kind of mark up that problem, draw a picture the best you can, it's pretty easy. Otherwise, a lot of times it's just kind of a mix of numbers and letters and words. All right, well, I sure hope this was helpful. Keep studying, keep at it. The harder you work, the better you're going to do, the more you're going to improve. Any questions at all, please post them in the comments. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you.